Good evening, class. I'm Dave Ibsen. Do you use social networking or social media at work? Do you think it enhances productivity, or do you think it just wastes hours throughout the day that you could do into something else? Tonight I'm going to show you some interesting facts about social media. I'm going to show you some demographics. I'm going to show you the rise in popularity and growth of social media, and I'm also going to show you a percentage of Americans who admit to using social media during work hours, during duty hours. So with that being said, let's start off by taking a look at which demographic, which age group is mostly using social media. This chart here, this graphic, from a study from 2009 by Ronka D, using the top 3 media sites at the time, shows that the highest percentage use on all 3 of these websites is the 18 to 25-year-old age group. Now, it just so happens that that age group also happens to make up the airman rank structure in the Air Force. Now, if we take a look here at the second highest percentage use group, this is falling in the 26 to 35 group, being the second highest use. That also happens to make up the NCO Corps of the Air Force. So with those 2 groups, you have roughly 2/3, maybe a little bit less, of just the Air Force alone, who happens to be the highest use group when we're talking strictly in age. So we've looked at the majority of users. Now let's talk about the rise in popularity for social networking, social media. This chart right here, this line chart, done by a study by Yarrow J in 2012, shows the number of users in millions, millions on the side here, and then each quarter, starting at 2009, shows the growth of one website, Facebook. So starting here with the first quarter of 2009, users starting at 200 million, and a steady climb all the way up to the third quarter of 2012. You've got the number of users here, which has already toppled over 1 billion users. Now, Facebook is the first and only company to be able to claim that they have 1 billion users, which is an amazing feat of its own. So this chart, let me give you just a second to kind of take that in. This chart showing what everyone wishes their portfolios would look like. With no sign of recession, let's take a look at how many people admit to using social media at work. So this next chart, with research provided by Richter F. in 2013, shows a percentage of Americans who admit to using social media at work during duty hours. So they're using several sites here, but the highest being, again, you guessed it, Facebook, is 29.29%, basically 30% of Americans are admitting to using Facebook during duty hours every single day. This is daily reports. That's 1/3 of America's workforce. So you've got 1/3 of America's workforce, and probably close to 2/3 of the population of the United States military, probably all using social media, social networking all at the same time. Now, you can maybe make the claim that they're networking and they're maybe enhancing the amount of workload that they can do at any given time, but more likely than not, especially considering the demographic, the age groups that are using, there's probably a good amount of time being wasted on there. So we've had a look at these 3 charts covering demographic, age group, showing the rise in popularity and the percentage of Americans using during work hours. All interesting facts, from Facebook being the first company to hit 1 billion users, to a third of America's workforce being occupied by social networking, and age groups. So those of you with kids out there, keep an eye on your 18 to 25-year-olds. Apparently they're on there all the time. So with these facts presented, hopefully you can build a case for yourself and decide whether or not you think that social networking or social media is beneficial in a work environment, or it's limiting. This concludes my speech for tonight. Thank you very much.